we got Alphabet's fourth quarter numbers just coming out here. The company coming out with revenue, excluding traffic acquisition costs. That's how we look at it. Missing estimates by a bit, $81.62 billion. The estimate for $82.82 billion. Cloud revenue in particular within that missing estimates coming in at $11.96 billion, $12.19 billion is what analysts had been anticipating. And the company is saying we expect to invest about $75 billion in CapEx in 2025. Now, that's interesting because we had heard some commentary that that would be around $80 billion. So that coming from the company directly. So interesting to hear that it's $75 billion here. Earnings per share beating estimates by 2 cents, but you see the stock down. And this goes back, Josh, to what we have been hearing from investor after investor, that these guys are, the valuations are relatively high at this point. And so, not a lot of room for disappointment is priced in.
Yeah, a quick move down about 7% here, at least initially in the after hours. Some big questions, I think just beyond the bottom and the top here for this name is how are executives thinking about the mega AI trend and how much they've been investing in AI? I mean, DeepSeek is going to come up on this conference call. Obviously, a cheaper open source model. Should they be spending as intensely going forward? They're talking still big numbers here. I mean, expect to invest about $75 billion in CapEx in 2025. I think search will be front and center, Julie. This is still Google's bread and butter, and there are questions about just the competitive landscape with the rise in popularity of Gen AI chatbots, how much of a risk that poses. Cloud is interesting. Google Cloud revenue clocking in $11.96 billion. The street was closer to $12.2 billion. So that's going to come up where there's some puts and takes that maybe analysts didn't factor into their models. And then I would expect there will be questions about the Department of Justice, DOJ suggesting a breakup of the company. It'll be interesting how analysts think about that if they want to ask the CEO and CFO on the call about that and how investors should be thinking through it.
Yeah, one bright spot continues to be YouTube and the ad revenue there coming in at about $10.5 billion. $10.2 billion is what analysts had been anticipating. So that's something to just focus on as well. I'm looking through some of the comments from CEO Sundar Pichai in the statement here. He points out that cloud and YouTube together had an annual revenue run rate of $110 billion last year, and talks about that $75 billion in CapEx, talked about the leadership in AI and momentum across the business here. He says, we are building, testing, and launching products and models faster than ever and making significant progress in compute and driving efficiencies. Now, in addition to everything else in the call, presumably they're going to get some questions about DeepSeek and its model and what effect that is going to have on the business. They got that to contend with, they got the antitrust to contend with, they have whatever that is coming at them out of China, although that doesn't seem to be, folks don't seem to think that has as much of an impact on the business.
Yeah, this stock, remember, had a nice run, too, heading into the print. I mean, it was up about 40% over the past 4 months, but you're quickly dropping about 7% already in the after hours here. The focus is going to be about this Q4 revenue miss and what just explains that and what they see ahead. You wouldn't expect formal guidance, but what kind of color and commentary they're willing to give.
Yeah, exactly. So we're watching all this down. It looks like that some of the other hyperscalers are also trading down along with Alphabet, including Amazon here, which is falling.